Ayo, what's popping out? It's Grayson. Happy New Year and hope you guys enjoyed an amazing holiday. And hope you be safe and creative in the new year. So you can also let me know what your goals of 2022 are in the comment below. And I'm very happy that there are many of people enjoying my last video. So let's just get into today's video and hope you guys enjoy it. Today I'm gonna show you how to turn this simple guitar MIDI pattern to a beautiful R&B sample like this. So yeah, let's just get into it. So I started off with this simple guitar melody that you already heard. And I used Renaissance contact library. And you can notice that I left this default preset. There are some notes, their velocity is high, and this contact library is different. So when the note's velocity is high, it sounds like it will slip to another note. So it's very cool. Give your guitar melody a different feeling and make them sound more realistic. And you can also notice that I use the chord which is not in the scale. So like what I said in my last video, I recommend you guys to practice to do something like this. And for this sound, I use a lot of plugins, you can tell. Basic EQ, guitar rig with this acoustic shimmer preset and turn down the mix. Also sound shifter pitch, cause that contact library will not sound right if I just shift it down one semitone. So I use sound shifter pitch EQ to cut out the frequency that I don't want, vinyl to make it sound more vintage. Also good hertz megaverb, turn it down, and GTR tone right, give it a 70s or 80s feeling, kickstart EQ. After that, I bounced it out and I did some chop to make it sound more bouncy. And then I also added a lot of things to make it more different. So the first thing I added is this low version guitar melody to make it sound more full. And I also added these chopped audio clips to make the squeak more clear. And for this squeak sound, I added Portal with this friendly echo preset and turned the mix down. After that, I also added this reversed version of the melody. Altogether, it sounds like this now. So after that, I bounced them out to get this final version of the first guitar melody, the foundation of this sample. I added good hertz compressor, fruity stereo enhancer, and basic EQ and shaper bar to experiment with volume and filter. And you can tell that I play with the set of the length. Give some sense of breathing, I think. Well, for this guitar melody, I wanna say that when I just started to make samples, got a basic melody or chord or starter or something, I always like to ask myself, do I need a key? Do I need a piano? Do I need a vocal? Something. The way I thought is not that right, because I believe that the sample making is not always about what sound that you are gonna use. It's about take the biggest advantage of the sound that you've already used. Well, after that, I added this Perc loop. I pitched it down an octave. I reversed this perc loop and I chop it up to make this perc loop just follow the guitar melody. And then I also found this perc loop. I pitched up, reversed it, added some EQ and crystallizer, also chop it up and make it has a kind of rhythm. So altogether, these perc loops sound like this. Yeah, after that, I added a lot of vocal chop. All of these vocal chop come from Probati's latest hit archive, and I recommend you guys, if you like this kind of sound, go get it and put them sound in your sample. So I also chopped these vocal clips to make it sound different and add some variation. I basically just used Alter Boy to make it sound lower or higher, and you can tell that I also added this automation to this one to make it sound not that harsh. After that, I added this bass. This bass is also one shot come from the archive kit. I even didn't add anything, just a basic EQ, so this bass sound like this. So you can tell that there are some small notes, short notes to make your bass has a specific rhythm. I learned this trick from Vision EXE, so shout out to him. And I also added a transition at the second part to make it not sound like that repetitive. And after that, these are 3 perc sounds also from Archive Kit with some drum sounds. You can cast a basic rhythm for your sample. And then I added this texture and I pitch it down an octave. And then I got this sound for the part 2 just by painting the same chord and use Alt Y to reverse the MIDI and then bounce it out, hit the reverse again. Because you can tell that this melody is very simple, so you must got a part 2 or some change. Added this pad sound just for filling the space of the sample. So after that, I got this piano melody, also for the part 2. Basic EQ, magic switch, shaper box, volume and filter, and you can tell that I turned on the mix of them. Also fruity chorus and fruity flanges. This piano is not pure contact bank, jazzy preset, and sometimes you can just use this kind of transition to make some variation on the second part. I also learned this from Vision EXE, so shout out to him again. I got this guitar sound. It sounds like this. EQ, vintage verb with small ambience presets and portal echo toys preset, also fruity chorus, and I also copied this sound and reversed it to make it has a transition. Then I got these guitar phrases from Contact Bank, these scoring guitars. For the higher one, I added DTR Torag with this chorus and flange and also guitar rig with this metal tweed preset and turned on the mix. Also shaper box, unstable, and retro color, lush and crunch guitar. Also turn the mix down and effect rack. For the lower one, I added this guitar rig with this print in the rain preset turn down the mix, also unstable and effect rack. And you can also see that I also chop them with chopping beats to make them sound more like vintage. And then I got this weird sound. It sounds like a game sound, but I can't use it like a perk or something. After that, I got a melody, but I can't use it as a texture. This one is a preset from Loophole Lullaby. Alt Y, reverse the MIDI, bounce it out and reverse it. EQ, Portal with unstable shimmer, not even turn down the mix. Also vintage verb with this preset, and RC20 with strange space and effect rack. Smooth square tremolo preset, RC20 with magnitude transition 2 preset. I came up with this pipe, and I also added this bass for the part 2, scoring bass from Contact Bank, and EQ, thermal, ground and fuzzy, good hertz compressor. So for the mix of this sample, you can tell that I turned a lot of sound to the right or to the left, or turned them to stereo or mono. Sometimes people may like they got 2 guitar or 2 key or 2 vocal. They like make it one left 50 and the other one right 50. But I think in reality, there will not be like 2 people, they got the same distance away from you. So if you just make it like I turn one of them to the left with 30 and turn the other one to the right with the rate of 50, it also makes sense. Well, you should not be restricted to the number, you should trust your ear. After that, I also selected all of them tracks except the bass for the part 2. So I added this Eiffel toe with this shape to make it more bouncy. I got this sound shifter pitch it up to semitone, and I also experiment with this sample. So I chopped this second 8 bar, make it unique as sample, and turn down the sample rate to like 5000. And I got the last 8 bar, reversed it, did some chops, rearranged it. So I export the audio, and suddenly I just found that it would be better if I pitch it down 3 semitone. I don't know why I just don't pitch it down with this sound shifter pitch, but finally I got this sample. Yeah, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something from this. So if you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I will keep on making better melodies, also better tutorials. So see you next time. Peace out.